Howdy, Travis from KnowHow here. We often have customers say, KnowHow looks incredible, and I love how it helps equip my staff with everything they need to do their jobs right. But they say this is only going to work if it works for my staff. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through end to end the experience of a staff member that you just invited to KnowHow so you can see exactly what they see. Let's dive right in. All right, you can see I'm on my phone here, and I just got an email from KnowHow saying that I'm invited to join their hub. So I'm going to click that register button, and what it's going to do is it's going to take me to KnowHow's page where I can create an account for myself. So here it's going to prompt me. I can enter my mobile number or log in with Gmail, Apple, or Facebook, or continue with email. We always encourage everyone to go with their mobile number because then that way you have a backup plan if you ever forget your password. But in this case, I'll just punch in for myself my name, get a unique password here. And now it's going to ask me just some very basic questions about myself so that it can customize my experience properly. So the first thing it's going to ask me is the language that I speak. The default is English, but we have, as you can see, tons of languages here. And if you select French or Spanish, then the entire system end to end is going to be translated into that language. If you select any of these other languages, you'll see some English when it comes to menu settings and stuff like that, but all the processes you'll be able to translate into that language, Punjabi, Tagalog, Ukrainian, anything like that with just the click of a button. In this case, I am starting as an estimator. And so you can see here, there's a few job titles I can choose from here. In this case, estimator, great. Now I'm going to click continue. And that's the last step to creating my KnowHow account. But before I can jump in to KnowHow and experience all of its glory, I'm gonna get a bit of a tour. But first thing I have to do is download the app. So I'm gonna click the button to download it on the App Store here. All of KnowHow runs on the app. Why? That's because for a lot of reasons, including the fact that when you have the app, you can access KnowHow offline. And so you have the ability to download processes and access them even when you're outside of internet or Wi-Fi. All right, so I'm going to log back in here with the email that I registered with. In my case, mine's a little weird because I create a lot of these accounts every day, but for everyone else, it'll just be your normal email that they receive the inbox to. And then the password, again, or I can use my phone number, or I can click the Google, Apple, Facebook button to log in that way. I like enabling Face ID, so then that way I don't have to remember my password at all next time. And now I've been brought into this hub, 5-star gold. And so the first place I want to go is here on the dashboard. And there's a few processes that have been assigned automatically, and then my manager can assign more training and onboarding processes to me. So let me show you what that looks like as a manager, and then we'll jump back into this view as a worker. All right, so I'm a manager, and now that my employee has created an account, I can click this button, Workflows, and give my employee specific step-by-step training for their role. In this case, Travis is an estimator that's joining the team, and so I'm gonna select this estimator onboarding workflow. I can see a preview here of everything that an estimator would need to get fully trained up at our company. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find Travis. And in this case, perfect. This is Travis, the estimator. I'm going to take him and drag him onto this estimator onboarding workflow, just like that. You can see now it's assigning this whole thing to Travis. Travis estimator onboarding. Everything's been assigned to me. I can select the start date. In this case, we'll just continue June 14th. And I'll click assign and continue. And that's it. Now Travis has been given this structured step-by-step onboarding for becoming an estimator at our company. Let me flip back to Travis's view on the phone, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like for him. All right, we're back. So now all Travis has to do is click this dashboard button. And you can see now all of a sudden, in addition to the KnowHow training processes that I was given already at the start, I have more processes that have been assigned to me today. So these three: onboard an employee, resolve a client complaint, and communicate a project scheduling delay. Let's click into this one, for example. And you can see here's a step-by-step process on how to communicate a project scheduling delay. Here's the steps: get up to date on all the project details and come ready with a strategy. Step 2, take responsibility. You can see all the details along the way. So I, Travis, am going to go through and start this process. I can either click this button up here, or I can just click on any of the steps, read through it, and click complete. Now, one perk about KnowHow as the manager is you've got the ability to create tests for your staff without actually having to write out all of these tests yourself. I've got videos all about this, so I won't go deep into it here. But in this case, we've got a test activated for this SOP on how to communicate a project scheduling delay. And so once I click complete the very last time, it's going to automatically test me as a worker. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, so now I'm going to click complete. And now that I click complete, it's going to check to see if there's a test enabled. In this case, there is, on how to communicate a project scheduling delay. And so it's going to give me, as the worker, a quick 5-question, should take about 45 seconds, test on what I just reviewed to make sure that I actually was paying attention, not just talking to the camera the whole time and clicking complete, complete, complete. All right, delays in project schedules are always a huge issue. I think that's false. Nice. So how did we come up with these test questions? Well, managers like yourself have the ability to create them from scratch, or you can use our AI to automatically generate test questions based on the text in the process. And then you can edit and tweak it as you see fit. What should you avoid when communicating a project delay? Overpromising, definitely. Yep, learned that lesson the hard way. Taking responsibility for delay shows that you are an ineffective manager. That's not true. And so again, these are good base level questions. And in a lot of cases, managers look at this and say, actually, this is great just to make sure they're paying attention. A lot of times managers want to edit these questions, which they can always do themselves. We give you full control. What's the best way to communicate a project delay to a client in person? And then finally, question 5, why is it important to communicate frequently with a client, even if the news is bad? Shows you are in control, 100%. Okay, great. And actually 100%. Also my score. Great to see. So just like that, I as a worker have taken the first step to becoming trained up as an estimator in our company. And so you can see I've now completed 1 out of 3 of the processes that are assigned to me today. And if I click this upcoming tab here, this is going to show me the other processes that are a part of this journey on getting trained up as an estimator in our company. You can see I've done 5% of all the processes that are assigned to me this week. And if I go down here to this Travis Martin Estimator onboarding, this is that workflow that we assigned. You can see just like this, it says 1% complete already. It shows that I have a 100% score on this project scheduling delay. And as I complete these other ones as well, if you have tests enabled, I'll get tested on that. And then you can see my score on that as well. It's so easy for me as a worker to go step by step through all the processes that I need to get properly trained up as an estimator. And so you as a manager are not reinventing the wheel every time you onboard an estimator, water technician, project manager, assistant superintendent. You are just adding them to KnowHow and then showing the path in front of them to go from 0 to productive in a record amount of time. One other thing that I want to show you that a lot of employees and workers at KnowHow really love is our profile. And so what you can see here is as a worker's competency grows and as they learn more and more about how to excel at reconstruction, how to do an estimating job properly, how to use specific softwares, their competency on their profile grows. And so if I click this reconstruction tab, for example, you can see all the processes that I've completed. So I've completed 2% of all of the reconstruction processes in our hub in the last 180 days. And then you can click incomplete. So this is great because this really allows employees to identify opportunities to grow their own expertise outside of the training that you give them. They can assign it to themselves just by clicking a button. And just like that, they are setting themselves up to grow and evolve and build their skills over time. As they do, Everyone can see on their profile. They get medals if they are among the top experts in a specific subject on their team. They can earn badges for how they use KnowHow to grow their skills. You can set badges as a manager for specific training workflows like that estimator onboarding, maybe how to go deep in a specific software that you use at your company, so your employees can grow their expertise and their prestige by completing training and processes on KnowHow. The reason why companies across the restoration industry and beyond are coming to KnowHow to train and equip their staff is because KnowHow not only works for the managers and the owners, it works for the team members. It speaks the same language that your young workers speak, gives information to them in the language that they want to read it in, and helps them grow and build their skills at your company over time. For more tips and tricks on how you can use KnowHow to grow a more competent and confident staff, head to tryknowhow.com and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks.